y'all. I'm just playing. What's good? What's good? Welcome back to the Empress Oracle. I am the Empress Oracle Raven. I want to clear my camera a bit. If you are new or returning, welcome. We're going to get into some live messages right quick for the sign of Aquarius. We are experiencing an Aries, Sun, Taurus, Moon type of day. Venus and Mercury are now retrograde in Pisces. We're like 2 days off of the freaking solar eclipse. We're in eclipse season. A lot is shifting, a lot is changing. I know y'all know this. Y'all are more ahead of the curve than most. Y'all are ahead of the curve than most, Aquarius. Shout out to y'all. Y'all be knowing before everybody else be knowing. But I feel, let's get into these messages. I feel what you're about to be made aware of at this time is the man in the mirror. Your energy is giving the road to redemption. I feel like right now Aquarius is doing a lot of, it's giving reminiscing, but it's also giving this energy of remembering. And when I say remembering, it's remembering the version of yourself, being reminded. Okay. Being reminded of the role that you played in a lot of things that have transpired. You are being reminded. So there's like this energy of accountability that I feel like it's all, in all honesty, sometimes it's hard for Aquarians to ground because so much, they're able to see everything from so many sides except for, ooh, and I just noticed a purple feather right here, and there's a purple feather of trust right here on this card. Let me not get distracted. Help me. Help me ground this message down, Spirit. Help me ground this message because I feel any and everything is catching my attention. I have this bee buzzing over to my left. We got the birds chirping. It's a lot. The wind is blowing. It's a lot of elements. And I feel as if the reason why the elements are making such a profound impact on what I'm experiencing right now within your energy, Aquarius, is because there have been a lot of people, a lot of moving parts, and just a lot of things, a lot of distractions. There have been a lot of distractions, and I feel like a lot of your energy, you have been distracted because you've been bored with the life that you are living. And when you are bored with the life that you are living, you have a level of recklessness and carelessness in the way in which you move and operate. So the road of redemption that you're walking on right now, Aquarius, is because you're finally willing to look at the man in the mirror and accept your fate. Accept your fate. I hate to I don't even know why I just used that word. I don't even say that word a lot, but it seems as if it's not this energy of bowing out. It's the energy of growing up. It's the energy of leveling up. It's the energy of accountability. It's the energy of integrity. It's all about you being willing to hold yourself responsible for the roles that you have played, for the version of yourself that it's like you've been living out of your shadow. When Aquarian is bored, when Aquarian isn't focused, when Aquarian doesn't have a goal, when Aquarian isn't actively creative, when Aquarian isn't living life from their highest self, from a place of just true, I want to say otherworldliness, but also just authenticity. When you don't live in your authentic truth, then you make reckless decisions out of your shadow. And I feel like the life that you've been co-creating by way of operating like this, you owe a few people an apology. You need to save face. You need to get in good grace with a few people. You've been operating from a place that is just a very low space. A very low space. And only you know how low of a space that you've been in. And this is all pertaining to you. This is all pertaining to you. Like, this is a you versus you conversation. This is a you versus you moment. Like, you know the truth by the way it feels. And I feel like the way that you've been operating leading up to this point was to distract yourself from not locking into the version of yourself that you know is needed and necessary to live the life that you really want to be living. So now you walk in this road of redemption because you're able to see yourself clearly. The people that were good to you, were good for you, that you might have, I'm getting this energy of like bulldoze, that you just might have just handled roughly because you was handling yourself roughly at the time. You may be dishing out a few apologies. You may be wanting people to just treat you, have expectation of people treating you differently, but a lot of people remember how you mistreated them. Like you may not, you're coming out of the energy of being at your lowest, but the people that you hurt while you were there were still real. So I feel that's where this road to redemption is. But the main thing that you're redeeming is like your name. You're redeeming your reputation. You're cleaning up the mess that you made, because you left a mess behind you. You left a trail of tears behind you. And I don't know who or what has impacted you the most, or what's happening in your life now that is reflecting back to you your decision making leading up to this point, that's giving you that wake up call. But you've been needing something bigger than you to live for, to ground you into this reality. You've been needing to lean into a higher perspective to ground you into your body, into this reality, to help you walk or create a life that actually is meaningful. You know, you are the humanitarian of the zodiac. You know, you are like the innovator of the zodiac. So we need you to be here, but we need you to be here in your authentic truth, because the way in which that you come to co-create things that we've never experienced, and to help people and to serve and to be a paradigm shifter, to be a way maker, like you gotta be living in your truth. You got to be living in your truth in all ways, in all areas of life. When you don't live in your truth, then you project, and you have this God complex thing, and can't nobody tell you nothing. Next thing you know, you too much to handle, you too much to deal with, and you move selfishly. This is how you know you in your lower state, because when an Aquarius is moving very selfishly and they operating from that space, they're not in a good relationship with themselves. Like, lean into your best attributes. Lean into your strengths and stop expounding your weaknesses. You're not a victim. You're not a victim. I literally said lean into your strengths and look what come out, strength. The higher self says strength. This is gonna, right now, this season that you're in, this transition that you're experiencing is either gonna make you or break you. But it's here to truly break you wide open, because your authenticity is needed. Your truth is needed. You excelling within your mind, you being that version of yourself is needed, because people look to you, people aspire to you, you teach by way of being. So are you going to be an improvement on design for your legacy and for your lineage, or no? You know, are you going to be exactly who you think you are? Are you going to set yourself free from these mental prisons, from all these roles and situationships? Are you going to find the strength to set yourself free? This is, what reading is this reminding me of? This is kind of reminding me of Leo energy a little bit. It's reminding me of Capricorn energy a little bit. But Aquarians, like, come on now. Like, you know better. You know better. Now we're getting to the bottom of it. If you are afraid of your own power, then just say that. You have to admit it. You have to feel it to then heal it. Your intuition is literally, no, and I'm out in nature as I'm doing our reading. Your intuition is speaking to you so loud. Your intuition is loud right now. You know better. Are you going to do better? Baby, you got to choose freedom over fear. You got to be able to call. You got to be able to look the fear in its eye and know that it's an illusion appearing to be real. It's a fact of, what is the acronym for fear? But don't be distracted by the noise. Don't be distracted by the noise. It's so easy. It's so easy for you to be distracted by the noise. It's so easy for you to be impacted by other people's opinions. It's too easy for you to be losing sleep or not having confidence in yourself, or to be operating at a lower state because of your environment. It serves it. You're here to influence the environment, not match energy, not match low vibrational energy, not match the bullshit. Like when you be on, because when you be on that type of time, look at what you do. Look at what you do. Look at how you look at the life you co-create when you operating at that version of yourself. When you don't trust your intuition and you operating out of fear and you allow yourself to be confined and restricted to these people, these places, these situationships, these jobs, these roles, and you're disembodied. You're disempowered. Do you want to continue to operate in energy, or are you ready to set yourself free? This is your road to redemption. Redeem yourself. Work on your self-concept, Aquarius. Like, but my thing is, you are everything that you say you are. And you're not everything that you say you do. You are what you do. You are what you do. Day in and day out, you are exactly what you do. You are your actions. And you are your inactions. Let's get an astro code for Aquarius at this time. Let's get some astro intuitive insight for Aquarius at this time. Vision, think, rebirth. Too many. So you have Pluto here, and I think that's your ruler. Vision, think, rebirth. I'm not going to read these cards. I'm just going to channel from it. Vision, think, rebirth. You're being told to have the strength to reimagine your life. Like, it's giving tunnel vision. Pay attention to where Neptune and Pluto is in your chart. But I also, with this right here, this Pallas Athena, this may be a transit or something. I'm not really sure, or a planet or orbit. But it's right under freedom. And do you see this mask? Like, mask off. I feel this is giving the energy of you need to really think about the version of yourself that is necessary for you to embody to live your freest, most authentic life. You're transmuting a lot of fear. It's okay to be afraid, but it's not okay to stay afraid. And you have to understand, like, fear is telling you something. Fear is actually the indication that you are operating in the growth zone. Use fear as a freaking fuel. Use fear as that green flag. Fear is actually a green flag. If you are afraid, then 9 times out of 10, you're supposed to be doing it. If you are afraid of it, 9 times out of 10, you're supposed to be doing it. But if you don't have the skills to regulate your nervous system and to speak life into yourself regardless of the fear, so that you can feel it and do it scared, then that's where your work needs to be putting in. But Neptune and Pluto is doing a thing in your chart right now. And Spirit wants you to really pay attention to those two placements in your chart. And if you aren't into astrology and if you don't pay attention to your chart, know that Neptune and Pluto are impacting you. You have the energy of be grateful. Be grateful for where you are, what you have, and who's still on this path with you. An attitude of gratitude will really serve you in creating a life of freedom. But you have to be grateful for all that has transpired. Gratitude also requires you to forgive. Forgive everyone, including yourself, and surrender to the present moment. We got vibe check here. So there's a need for you to be mindful of the vibration that you are emitting. There's a need for you to actually be more conscious of the way that you operate, especially in your relationship dynamics, especially in your work environments. Like, attune yourself to a high vibration in every situation that you're in. Because when you don't do that, I feel like you're making decisions from a place of lack. You're making decisions from a very small, fragmented version of yourself. You're making decisions from your shadow. You got to do some shadow work. You have to go to this fear. You have to speak to that inner child. You have to have a conversation and connect to that version of yourself that is afraid for you to be exactly who you think you are. And there's no ego in this. This is actually an ego death. This is the death to your ego and a rise of your spiritual self, if you're willing. Only if you're willing. This is where free will comes in at, Aquarius. We have instant feedback. You are literally your senses, your senses, your intuition, all parts of you know when you are tanking and you are matching energy, or you are operating out of a lower state. And all parts of you know when you are feeling good, when you're operating out of gratitude, when you're operating at a higher state. You're getting instant feedback. You can create an upward spiral. You can create a a quick momentum upward just as much as you can create a downward spiral and a quick momentum downward. The choice is yours, but you're getting feedback. I'm also like seeing like when you're in conversation with people, it's this manipulative energy. You've manipulated the energy in the people around you so much for it to fit the version of you that is masked at that time, that you are shape shifting into different shadow aspects of yourself. And at this point, I really feel like you aren't proud of yourself in the way in which you've been operating and behaving with others, and you're not proud of the way other people are starting to see you now. Because I feel like a lot of people thought you were one way, and then now they're seeing the truth of who you are. And it's unfortunate that the truth that they are seeing is you operating out of your lower self, out of a lower state. But you're getting instant feedback. And it's time for you to redeem yourself. It's time for you to redeem yourself and clean up a lot of this energy. By being better, by doing better, by feeling better, by operating out of gratitude. It's going to take you, your higher self, your inner child, your future self, your spiritual team, your guidance. It's a team effort. You could be someone that preaches this, but doesn't operate like this. This is, again, if you are operating selfishly, that is an indicator that you are not operating as your highest self, as your best self. That looking out for me, or I got my back, I'm not like, no. Like, it serves, but in some situations it doesn't. Or just always operating from a place of what I can take, or what do I gain from the situation, opposed to what I can give. Like, how can I make this situation better? How can I make this environment better? How can I use this to you feel what I'm saying? Like, it is a higher version of yourself that is dying to be free, that is dying to be lived. Call on your angels, call on your ancestors, call on your higher self, call on, lock in. This is giving energies, plug in, lock in the source. It's going to take a team effort. It's going to take you constantly surrendering your ego. Literally, get mentors and role models. It's time. It's level up time. Get in the rooms, get in the position, get in right relationship with the people that literally will help you navigate a better quality of life. Get the mentor. Who do you truly aspire to be like? Learn from them. There is no ego here. This is all intuition, higher mind, and an open heart. And an open heart. And an open heart. Okay? It's like you've been avoiding feeling what needs to be felt because there's a level of accountability here. It's a different version of you that got to show up. Maybe you have a lot of defense mechanisms. Maybe you have a lot of defense mechanisms that were created in trauma, or just have a lot of trauma responses. And again, this is shadow work. This is healing work. This is your homework. Like, this is where you show up and you lean in and you tap in. But this is surrendering the ego. It's surrendering of the ego. You were going through a spiritual awakening and an ego death. A few ego deaths. A few ego deaths. Let's get a message from the moon for Aquarius. Let's get a message from the moon for Aquarius. Let's get a message from the moon for Aquarius. Adjustments are required. I feel like that's what this entire reading has been about. Adjustments are required. It is time for you to switch it up. Switch it up for the level up. I feel like you actually been subtly crashing out a lot, unfortunately. And only you know how you've been crashing out. Every time that you have made a temporary decision that has created permanent circumstances for yourself, you crashed out. Acting off of raw emotion, acting off of lack, acting off of selfishness, acting out of pain. Balance spirituality and practicality. Wow. Balance spirituality and practicality. And last but not least, we have surrender to the divine. Oh, I love when this happens. I love when this happens. Adjustments are required. It's time for you to balance spirituality and practicality. It's time for you to be embodied as the best version of yourself. And this is a very spiritual act. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to the divine within. I literally have been saying this is a no ego zone. This is a no ego zone. This is a full-blown ego death. One after the other, after the other, after the other, until you have set yourself free. Until you find yourself operating out of a place of gratitude. Influencing the energy of the space, not matching the energy of toxicity and matching the energy of the spaces that you in. Operating from that God mind, like this is the roadmap to your, this is the road to your authentic self. This is the road to your most free self. This is the road to literally activating the version of yourself that it's like you've been thinking you him, but you ain't really been operating as a him. Or you've been thinking you her, but you ain't really been moving like you really her. You feel me? It's a difference. Because the decisions that you're making now, him or her or they or them, she, he, she, it, we, wouldn't make that. 2222. Wouldn't. Yeah. You these kids playing, going up and down the hill, enjoying, living their best life. Some of y'all may have kids. Need to get outside in nature and play with your kids. This is also a message of just taking care of your inner child. Really tending to your inner child. All in all, you got what it takes. That was never in question. The only person that was questioning it was you. The only person that was operating as if you didn't have what it takes is you. The only person that hasn't been believing in you is you. And maybe you have outsourced that validation. Maybe you have outsourced that confidence to other people, places, and things. But it's time for you to be the resource of it within. Stop outsourcing and be the resource. Literally. Some of y'all like, bro, you the plug. Be the plug. You the plug for something. People can go to you for something. There is something that only you can do like you. And the only way for you to do it to your best ability, to the capacity that you know you really want to do it, is for you to lock in. It's for you to see yourself as that. It's for you to operate knowing as that. It's for you to command that. It's for you to be that. I'm not saying that you burned some bridges, but what I am saying is that you need to make some adjustments and put some new energy off in the game. You need to be known for something better. You need to be living in alignment, operating from an aligned place, moving in integrity. You need to be doing whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Okay? I do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness. Some of y'all just not gonna lock in, have your first spiritual awakening, or maybe y'all about to go through another spiritual awakening. Your consciousness is expanding. It's time for you to level up out of this life. There is a stream of love supporting your dreams. There is a stream of love. That's actually the perfect mantra for y'all. There is a stream of love supporting my dreams. The universe wants you to know that. It's okay to set yourself free from these fears, to level up, to make these adjustments needed and necessary to strengthen your heart, so that you know we're no longer operating out of fear, so that you're no longer living a small fragmented version of yourself. Position yourself around the people that will help you get there, and surrender to the divine every step of the way. Do whatever it takes to get closer to consciousness, and know that there's a stream of love. There's a lot of love here, not a lot of ego. Lock in. There's a stream of love supporting your dreams, Aquarius. Enjoy this road to redemption. I'm excited to see the true you come out of this. Until next time, if you want to book a personal, this message was resonant, let me know. Please give me a thumbs up. I truly enjoy the energy exchange. If you like to shop any products, everything you're going to need is in the description box below, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.